Hello everyone and welcome back to Minecraft Hardcore 1.8. I am of course William Strife and this is Hardcore Minecraft. Of course, classic hardcore rules. If I die, the world gets deleted, everything is lost, and that's the big challenge. So last time, guys, I made my way out of the nether and finally managed to build myself an apothecary, the wondrous detox lounge, or detox tonics. Keep trying to call it a lounge. I did indeed fix the ceiling. As you can see, I got rid of the little holes and dips, and a lot of you decided to start hurling innuendos because you are all dirty-minded and you decided to interpret the skylight as something that it wasn't. I am very disappointed. Anyways, the apothecary is together. All I really need to do is put some signs in. I'm going to get to that this time. There's some other more menial tasks where I'm just going to kind of have more of a chat with you guys this episode because I've been really gung-ho on the building projects for several episodes now. But before any of that, I really need to cover the texture pack. What I am using this time around, and you might notice, some of you may have noticed last week, I did not ask for suggestions on texture packs. And there was a very specific reason for that. It's because as this video goes up right now, I will be at PAX South in San Antonio, which means that this video was recorded quite a bit in advance. There's just no way that I'll be able to read all of your comments and make the video in time. So as a result, I have chosen a texture pack on my own, and it is called Dragon Dance. Now, Dragon Dance, it really gives you this nice retro-style feel. It almost feels like a special version of a Zelda texture pack. It's not vector, so it only comes in one resolution, really. Basically, that means that the artist can't just easily scale it. He can't push a button and make it a different and make the texture a different size super easy. The other thing is that Dragon Dance has never had all of the textures, okay? I mean, at this point, it's looking like the texture pack is actually abandoned and it's never going to be updated to 1.8. It was updated to 1.7, but even then, it never had all of its textures. So, as a result, I am patching in the holes with a hacked-apart version of Pure BD Craft, Sphax, if you will. And you can see that in the coarse dirt, you can see it in the granite, the andesite, and the diorite over here. As well as some other things around the world, such as the new door types and whatnot. But most of the textures, the vast majority of the textures in the game, are from Dragon Dance, which is, I really love this texture pack because it really pops. But anyways, enough about all of that. Let's actually get to putting some signboards in the apothecary. So I'm gonna go ahead and come back into the fishing shack here. I'm going to go ahead and grab myself some leather. Here we go, leather. Out of the chest. I don't actually know how many I need, and I'm pretty sure that's everything that I'll need. The shack out here should be full and ready to go. I've been, slowly and progressively stocking it full of materials. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to put some signs across the top. So let's just go and hit up the crafting table here. 40 sticks, which will get me 5 signs, or item frames. And for now, I think that this will do. It's the wrong number of item frames. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need one more. There we go. Now we've got a whole bunch of item frames to show off what is available for sale here at Detox Tonics. And I chucked all of the leather on the floor accidentally. Okay, so next let's pop into the chest here. And, oh dear, I don't have any glass. Let me... Oh, no, wait, I've got bottles. I've got glass bottles. Never mind. Okay, so first of all, let's cover some basics of potion brewing. So, some of you did point out that this cauldron is completely useless. It's redundant. Yes, it is. It's actually a 100% useless piece of equipment in vanilla Minecraft. It doesn't really serve any purpose. Well, no direct purpose anyway. Any uses that it has is purely superfluous. So, I'm going to go ahead and take my water bottles and fill a few of these up. That's 4, 5, 6. Okay, so there's 6. I'm going to put 3 of these in the brewing stand along with 1 nether wart, and these will brew into awkward potions, which is the basic potion that you require for brewing all other potions in Minecraft. Alright, so now I've got a whole bunch of awkward potions, and while I'm at it, I'll go ahead and put my armor back on just to get it out of my inventory. And I'll also repair this one stone pickaxe. There we go. Now, I've got a whole bunch of awkward potions in my inventory. What I want to do next is I want to brew these into useful potions. So, one of the first things that I'm going to brew is a wondrous, fantastic potion of swiftness. So, potion of swiftness is pretty easy. You just put the awkward potions back in, and then you put in a little bit of sugar, and it will brew into a potion that will give you a speed buff. Alright, there we go. We've got 3 potions of swiftness that last for 3 minutes. However, it is possible to add either redstone or glowstone dust to the potion as well to either enhance the effects but half the time, or extend the time and keep it at strength. So I can keep this potion. I can make this 3-minute potion of swiftness into, I think, a 5 or a 7-minute potion of swiftness. And I'll still get 20 speed off of it. So really there's no reason to leave them at vanilla. Now, if I'm not mistaken, redstone extends the effects and glowstone doubles the strength of the potion at the cost of the duration. I prefer to have the longer lasting potions, so I'm going to put the redstone in there. I might not be remembering this right because potion brewing is kind of a high level thing to do in vanilla Minecraft. So I'm about to find out if I'm remembering things right or not. Okay, hey, I was right. Turns out that the redstone extends the effects of the potions. So I'm going to go ahead and take those out, and I'm going to put more awkward potions in there. But this time around, instead of using sugar, I'm going to come back, and I'm going to take one of these magma creams, which is a super useful ingredient, and I'm going to pop it in there to create a fire resistance potion. This is going to be super, super useful if I ever need to go back into the nether or for any particular reason need to swim in lava. But basically, this is a super useful potion that will completely make me immune to fire. Okay, here we are. So we've got a potion of fire resistance. Now, one catch about the fire resistance potion is that you can't really strengthen that effect, so I don't think that glowstone does anything. Or if it does do something, then it turns it into a completely different potion. I don't quite remember. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some redstone to extend the effects of this thing. And while that goes away, and while that ticks off, I'm going to go ahead and pop a swiftness potion up into one of the item frames for display, and I'm going to stash the other ones in the chest down here. Okay, and there we go. The fire-resistant potions are done. They are 8 minutes long, but I'm not quite finished yet. There's actually something else that I want to do. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to take a tiny bit of gunpowder, and this is the really cool part, guys. Now, normally, you have to consume potions. You get the same animation with the water bottles. You have to consume them like this, which is not too different from eating food. So that's kind of a slow way to consume a potion, especially a fire potion, which you may want to be using whenever you're caught in a really, really nasty situation, say you fell in lava. So one of the better things that I find to do is to add gunpowder to fire resistance potions, because what that does to a potion is it turns it from a drinking potion into a splash potion. So after a potion is brewed with gunpowder, it suddenly turns into a splash potion, which you just chuck on the ground, it breaks instantly, and buffs you. You don't actually have to consume it. So here we are. We've got splash potions. There's a penalty, though. It lasts for 2 minutes less, but that's not bad. I'm not going to complain about it. I'm going to go ahead and pop that into the item frame as well, and I'm going to come back down here and put those in. And now I'm just going to go ahead and brew up some more awkward potions. Okay, so I've got a bunch more awkward potions now, and there are some other potions that I would really like to craft. So next up that I want to do is make a strength potion. And to do this, it's just some awkward potions along with blaze powder. Now, the strength potion, you may ask what exactly that does, and well, simply put, it increases the damage you do with your sword whenever you attack things. It just makes you hit harder, which is super, super useful if you know that you're going into some sort of a dangerous situation. If you're adventuring in the middle of the night, maybe you found Die, Skelly. Maybe you found like one of the dungeons or fortresses in the world. This is a great type of potion to have with you whenever you go into those type of situations. Now, naturally, this is one of the few potions where it might actually be a much better idea to brew it strong, because it's not often that you find yourself in combat for an extended period of time. And as a result, I mean, if you're hitting with strength 2 as opposed to strength 1, That's fantastic. So, yeah, I'm going to double the effects. I think I'm going to double the effects, or at least I'm going to half the time. So that's 130%. Yeah, so now we've gone up to 260% of attack damage. So that's the same thing as a multiplier of 2.6. So I'm going to go ahead and take those out, and then I'll turn around and go ahead and put these other awkward potions in first. And we're going to make something else that I find super, super useful. But to do that, I'm going to need gold nuggets. So I'm going to craft these gold bars into nuggets. So I'm going to put this carrot in the middle, surround it with gold to make a golden carrot. Now, normally golden carrots have a very limited amount of use, but they can be used on horses, but they can also be used in the brewing stand to create a fantastic special potion that you'll find out about in just a minute. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and pop this up onto the board as well. There we go. We've got 3 potions brewing. So, let's just wait for this one to finish. Okay, and now we have night vision potions. And naturally, because night vision is one of those things you want to last a longer period of time, I'm going to brew it with redstone to make them longer. But potion of night vision, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. It just makes you see a whole lot better in the dark. Now, the major downside to these potions is that you can kind of forget to put down torches because you can see so well, and that means that mobs can continually spawn around you. So I'm going to go ahead and take these out, hop over the counter again, put one on the end, and we'll stash the rest in the chest here. And the next things that I want to create will be involving the puffer fish and a gas tier. Now, I've only got 1 gas tier, so this is super, super valuable, but I think that it's worth it. Now, the puffer fish is a new addition, one that's super, super, super useful. It was added in the 1.7 update, and the puffer fish didn't serve any use and or purpose until the 1.8 update now. Before, the puffer fish would just poison you if you used it, but now, whenever it's put through a brewing stand, it creates a potion of water breathing. And just like the Night Eye potion, this is one of the few things that you want to last for a long time, so I'm going to brew it with redstone. Now we've got 3 extended duration water breathing potions. I'll go ahead and pop in the last of these awkward potions and put in the last material that I'm going to use, which is a gas tier. Now gas tiers are super, super rare, obviously, which makes them very, very valuable and something that you don't want to use unless you're absolutely certain that that you are using them for the right purpose. But that being said, this is the only purpose that a gas tier serves. These things have no other purpose in vanilla Minecraft other than crafting potions, and more specifically, a potion of regeneration. So your health will regenerate whenever you're hopped up on this thing. But you can strengthen the effect, or you can extend the effect. I prefer to do the extended effect because, I like to regen for a long time as opposed to regenning more for over a short time. But I'll go ahead and take this water breathing potion right here, and I'll put it right there on the end. And then I'll come back to the stand over here, take out the regeneration potions, hop over the bar one last time, and pop that up on the display. And there you go. That's all of the potions that we have for sale. I really wish that I had labeled them with signboards now because I don't actually know off the top of my head what they are. But suffice to say, there's a lot of really good stuff to drink here at Detox Tonics. So now that that's done, now that my work at Detox Tonic is complete, there's something else that I want to get into, guys, and it's quite simply put, slimes. Yeah, that's right, you heard me. It's slimes. Of all the things that I could do, I want to get my hands on slimes. It may seem a little bit odd, but believe me, there's a super, super big use for it. And it's primarily the fact that I can't craft leads. I can't craft leads without slime. And, something that I haven't showed you guys is that since last time, I did plant another wart farm. It's a little bit disappointing that Dragon Dance doesn't have its own special custom icon for Netherwart because it certainly has done some very interesting things to the Netherwart that grows in the world. But yeah, this is where I've been growing my Netherwart. It's very makeshift right now. I'll have to put myself together a much better garden, maybe a genuine garden with alchemical ingredients and whatnot in it. But I'm gonna run out to one of the swamps around the base and take the time to farm slimes that way, because that's guaranteed. I know, and I have a lot of experience of farming slimes out of swamps. Before I do that, though, there's one other thing that I want to do, and that's going to require me to take some paper and 4 iron ingots and a single bit of redstone, and I'm going to make myself a fancy pants map. So let's go ahead and make ourselves a compass. Now, a compass will normally point you towards the world spawn point all the time. So as you can see, the red, I think, is what's pointing towards the world spawn point. If I'm not mistaken, that is the direction that the world spawn is. But I want to turn this into a map, so I'm going to go ahead and surround that with some paper. Here we go, an empty map. I'll go ahead and right-click. Boom! And there's the facility on the map. Wow. Doesn't look half bad. Here, Ooh, nope. I can't disable the UI to get a cleaner look at this. So I'm going to go ahead and take that map out, and then I'm going to expand it to make it a bit bigger. There we go. Now we're talking. Now we're cooking with gas. Alright, here I am at a swamp, not that far from the dense forest, well, the roofed forest across the water that I found all those ages ago for the trees. And oh my god, there's a horse here. Unfortunately, the swamp is kind of off the map, so I'm not going to be able to do a whole lot, but I guess what I can do is I can come around here and harvest up some stuff, grab myself some mushrooms, hope that I find slimes lurking about here. And actually, if I hit F3, yeah, this is a swampland, which I don't know if there's any distinct difference between swampland and straight up swamp, but I'll just keep on looking, and let's hope that I find something. Oh boy, guys. Okay, so the sun is setting, as we can see on the horizon there, and this whole time, as the day has gone by, I've been waiting and hoping for slimes to spawn, but they're not spawning. But I think I may have a little bit more luck during night, because, lest I be mistaken, I mean, I could very well be remembering something wrong, but, it's very possible that slimes spawn in Minecraft more frequently. I believe that is a full moon. I can't remember if moon cycles are properly displayed in the Sphax texture pack. And for that matter, the kind of bastardized version that I'm using right now to patch the holes, it's certainly not a perfect version of Sphax that I am using. So, who knows? But I'm going to go ahead and just keep about my business, try to, keep my wits about me, hope that I don't run into any particularly nasty creatures, and keep digging up as much clay as I can out here and hope that I find some slimes. Aha, guys. Check it out. Just like I said, slimes at night in the swamp. So I'm going to go ahead and kill this guy right here, and everything that he spawns as well, because I need as many of these slime balls as I can get, because I don't want to have to do this too much more. Just, aha, there we go. At least one slime ball. Come on. There we go. They don't pose much of a threat, these things. Gotta be careful, though. There are creepers in the swamp as well. In addition to spiders. Alright, it's morning, guys, and it's time to craft myself some leads. Now, I'm hoping that I'm not really remembering any of this wrong, and leads aren't actually craftable, but lest I be mistaken, it should be just this pattern. And there we go, I got 2 leads out of it, which is all that I really need. I'm going to go ahead and stash the string and the slime balls right back into the chest here. And I'll go ahead and stash some of this other stuff as well. And now, I'm going to go ahead and come over here, grab myself some fence posts. Yeah, I've got enough birch fencing left. And I'll also grab myself a little bit of gravel. And I'm going to head out to lasso myself some... Ooh, what were they? I basically need chickens. Chickens and sheep are what I need, and that's what I'm heading out into the wilderness to find. Wish me luck, guys. Aha! I found one. Chicken number 1. Let's hope that I can actually lead this thing. There we go. We've got a chicken. And it'll follow me. This is so much easier than using those frickin' seeds. Oh my god. And it just follows me right along. I'm dragging it behind me, because I don't have time. I don't have time to wait for a frickin' chicken to follow me. Instead, I just wrap a rope around its neck and run. And hope that it can keep up. Oh boy. Alright, so here we are back at base. I'll go ahead and whack it right there to tie it to the post. And I suppose the next thing to do is to take some of these fences and flesh the place out a little bit. I think I'm going to need to take up a little bit of dirt from over here to finish off, to make the land complete. Alright guys, here we go. Just finishing touches, and now we've got ourselves a pen for the chickens. All I gotta do is come in here, lasso the chicken back up, walk in, and there we go. Get my lasso back, and pen the baby in. Oh, no you don't. You, hey! Oi! Oi! Get your butt back here, chicken. You belong in the pen. For God's sake. Oh boy. I see that look. Okay, so there we go. We've got a chicken in the pen. Now all I gotta do is go out and do the same thing with another chicken, and then find some sheep to do the same with. Hooah, guys. Okay, there we go. 2 chickens, and now I can make these breed. Ooh, make me baby chickens. While I eat the flesh of your neighbors. I'm so evil. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and hop out and find myself a sheep now, and hopefully I'll be able to find some in this direction. Just a teeny bit further, sheepy, come on. Into the pen you come. Close the door, and aha! There we go! 2 sheep, and that is all for me. God! Let's breed these guys and get myself some fantastic wool on the way. There we go. Baby sheep. Fantastic. And let's go ahead and breed these chickens again as well, if at all possible. Is it possible? Yep, it's possible. Let's make more chickens. And just because I can, let's go ahead and make some of these cows really, really turned on. But anyways, I am done now, guys. Thanks for coming along for this episode. I am, of course, William Strife, finished with the pens, and I also decked out the wondrous apothecary with fun drinks. Be certain to suggest new texture packs down in the comments. Try to suggest textures that are new and different and something that I haven't used. You should see a list on the screen right now for texture packs that I've already used. But thanks for watching, guys. Be certain to suggest things that you want to see me build in this world, and I'll see you next time. Bye!